In the blog article, we talked about how to use a choreographed experience for why we exist and are you here in research mode today. And that's a really those are really important ways of using it. But the technology can be used in any which way that you deem suitable. So I'm going to show you an example of something that doesn't fall in those two categories. So I can the idea is to spark thinking on your end so you can ask yourself, what are some of the elements, what are some of the most important call to actions on my website that I can incorporate as a choreographed experience. So we're going to look at this website, not a client of ours, but I always like to show examples that aren't clients so that we can actually talk about exactly what they could do. So Hydros is the name of the website, and if you scroll down on their homepage, they have this incredibly valuable video which talks about, which actually physically demonstrates how the product works. And I'll kind of play the video for a second, just a second. So just to give you some context, the purpose of the video is to demonstrate how their filter technology is, even though it's super effective, it's what's unique about them is how quickly you can fill the picture versus the competition. And I think this is a very central piece of their sales pitch, and it's a well put together video. Now, the thing we know about shopper behavior is that the way shoppers behave is that when they land on a website, they are in a mad rush. They ignore everything. They kind of go from the landing page to the next page to wherever and eventually land on the product page. Now, the product page is where they have the add to cart button, and here they come to a screeching halt. It's almost like their emotional self was driving the experience up till now. They've come to the product page. Now they is the moment of truth, and they come to this grinding halt. So, what happens invariably is that all the amazing things that we might have shown, pages that we might have drawn attention to higher in the funnel, were ignored. So let's now kind of get back to what might be happening on the product page for the Hydros website. So this, like I said, this is on the home page, and now the shopper wants to shop. So these are all their categories, and if I'm interested in bottles, then that's what I'll do, and I'll come to the product page. Now on the product page, they reinforce this unique part, this core aspect of their sales pitch, which is filters 5x faster than the competition. Now here's the problem: what if I've not seen the video that they had on the homepage? If I've missed that video, which is very likely, then I am missing out on this incredibly valuable asset. But if I've seen the video, then I don't need to see the video again. So what they could do is they could place a call to action over here, for example. They could even embed the video below. They could do whatever they want, but they could show a call to action over here that says see how, and they could set it up so that this is where the cookies come in place. They could set it up so that if someone clicks on the play button on the home page, then that call to action on the product page is not repeated. However, if someone doesn't click the play button, then we show the call to action. And we can get even more creative than this. We can even set up a rule that says if someone has started watching the video but has only seen the first 20 seconds of the video and not the whole video, then repeat the call to action again, because maybe we need to remind them again to watch the video. And so you can kind of put all these different kinds of rules, but this is a great example of a choreographed experience, and I wanted to intentionally use an example that didn't fit into those two criteria that I talked about in the blog post, so you can kind of ask yourself, okay, what are the most important parts of my sales pitch that I want to make sure that everyone notices, and then how can I use a choreographed experience to ensure that they notice it. Thanks a lot.